Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and going here in Wellington, Kansas, just for the start of the girls' game between the Wellington Crusaders and the Wichita Collegiate Spartans. And it's the Spartans winning the tip. Maddie Turnez, now Chloe Villagomez gets to the outside. That's Lainey Conrad dribbling it herself. Now it's Julia Herman trying to drive it herself. Pull up mid-range. That's off, no good. Snatched off the glass by number 24. That's Kristen Gregory, the starter for the Wellington High School team. And a missed layup on the other end. Really missed that one poorly. That was Lindy Barton. She didn't really get enough mustard on that one. Now it's Maddie Turners with the ball. On the block, it's Julia Herman. Now Lainey Conrad pumps. Looking for an option. We know she can shoot those threes. Hounding defense by the Crusaders. Taken away by Lindy Barton, number 2. She's trying to go all the way to Italy with this one. Layup is good for Lindy Barton.
Got a stop ball in transition on the turnover.
Wellington trying to trap. They get it away. Snatched it away, but out of bounds off of the deflection by Claire Monahan. Good defensive hands there by the sophomore. Starting lineups, number 24, Kristen Gregory for Wellington. Number 3, Drew Zika. Number 2, Lindy Barton. Number 4, Britt Zika. Number 33, Val Norwood. Look out for Val Norwood in this game.
Lindy Barton with the easy conversion on the inbound.
Indeed. Miss Claire Monahan looking for an option. She tries to get it to Julia Herman, but that's far to the right, and turnover. Ball the way back to the Crusaders.
That looked very deflected from here.
Yeah.
That looked very deflected. Huh. Interesting.
Almost. Norwood with the handle. Spartans trying to put some pressure. And a great interception by Julia Herman, and taken away yet again by Julia Herman after Val Norwood took it away herself. Frantic play here early in the game.
Back and forth here.
4-0. Spartans down, and it's off the front of the the rim. No good in the corner by Chloe Villagomez, and it's number 4 Zika pulling up from the mid-range. Claire Monahan has some open space. She's looking to run all the way. Loses the handle a bit. Goes up for the layup. No good. Snatched off the glass by number 2, Lindy Barton. She's trying to pass it to Zika, number 4. Now in the paint to number 24, Kirsten Gregory. She converts on that one. 6-0 Crusaders. 6:18 left in this game. Left in the first quarter. Villagomez gets it herself off the deflection. Now it's Herman looking for an option. Villagomez. Wellington almost sends a double. Spartans are looking to space out. Almost dribbles off her leg, and she does dribble off her leg, and it's going back to the Crusaders. 6-0 Spartans, down by 6.
Tough pressure being applied by the Crusaders.
Indeed. Last time we saw these two teams play, it was a bit of a blowout by Wellington Crusaders, but the Spartans fought hard to get some points on the board. That's a number 4, Britt Zika with it. Passes cross court to Val Norwood. Now number 24, three-pointer up, no good. That was Kirsten Gregory. And now a nice pull-up by number 4, Britt Zika in the lane. And Spartans take a timeout. Bit of information on this Wellington team. They made the state title game last year. Second consecutive trip for the Crusaders, the girls' state title game in 4A. But unfortunately, taking a loss to the ever-dominant Bishop Miege Stags.
Always a great tradition. Lady Crusaders carrying on here in Wellington. Unfortunately, come up a little bit short last couple years against the mighty team from Miege.
Indeed, Miege, always a powerhouse in 4A. Crusaders coming into this game 14-1, with the Spartans coming in with double the amount of wins from last year. They're sitting at a nice 6-10. Now it's the freshman Lucy Volich in the game, stripped away that time by Val Norwood. Jump ball, staying. We're going back to the Crusaders as Val Norwood approaches the radio commentary table. She will inbound herself, got her by Villagomez. Now it's back out. It's back inbounds to number 4, Britt Zika. She'll try to work on Monahan. Gets a screen. Nice roll by Lindy Barton, but nice hands yet again by Julia Herman, swiping that one away. It's Lucy Volich that that productive freshman with the ball. They try to get a back cut. That's taken away yet again. The athleticism really showing for those Wellington teams. Now a pass in the paint, number 12. Taken away yet again by Chloe Villagomez. We've seen some hustle from her in these past few games. Up ahead to Julia Herman. She decides to take it out. Poked away by Lindy Barton. Now a pass almost into the paint. Taken away by the Crusaders yet again. A few turnovers here for the Spartans early. That's number 21. Cruz Cornejo with it. And a dub into the paint for number 2, Lindy Barton. It's 10-0. Spartans down 10, 4:43 left in the first quarter. The freshman, Volich with it. Looking for an option, trying to feed someone in the paint, but just gets it out on the perimeter to number 5, Lainey Conrad. We know she can shoot a couple, but stifling defense here by the Crusaders. And now Volich trapped. Looks like foul on the play. First foul of the game by the Crusaders.
Looks like a reach. Lady Spartans having trouble dumping it down in the lane, trying to make the long pass from the top of the key and the wing. Really need to try to penetrate a bit further and get a little closer to the lane.
And the Crusaders bring some size in the form of number 5, Vivian Wright. It's like number 4 or number 3. That's number 3, Drew Zika. Ball's on the floor, stripped away again by the Crusaders. And a pushing foul in transition. Spartans will have it out of Crusaders will have it out of bounds after that. Looks like pushing foul by. Looks like that was Maddie Turnez. A lot of fouls in that previous heartbreaking loss versus the Buhler Crusaders for the Spartans. And now a dump underneath to number 3, Drew Zika. Spartans really need to guard up on those inbound passes if they want to get some good defensive stops. Monahan guarded tightly. Now off to Conrad. But she's stripped yet again. And the Crusaders are blitzing like crazy. And that leads to an easy transition bucket. 14-0, Crusaders lead. That was number 24, Kirsten Gregory, with 4 quick points for the Crusaders.
Lady Crusaders really putting the clamps on them at this point with full court press. Spartans need to move the ball a little quicker, get it up floor.
And Monahan takes a foul underneath. She'll have the ball underneath. 16-0, Spartans down 16 yet again. 3:27 left in the first quarter. Spartans go youth for youth, bringing in number 1, Chloe Villagomez, and number 10, Hadley Porter, the freshman. There's definitely some freshman representation on this Spartan team. Turnez with it, trying to get it in. There's nothing open. Now it's Villagomez. Pumps. Looks for an option outside. And a travel on Lucy Volich. Freshman trying to spin out of a few defenders, but just trapped that time by a number of Dukes.
Tried to get close to the lane, just got surrounded by Lady Crusaders.
Britt Zika with it. Now it's Wright. Now a tray ball by Zika. And a rebound back to the Crusaders. Spartans looked like they had it. And a great block by the freshman, number 10, Hadley Porter. And a travel by the freshman again. 16-0, Spartans down. 3 minutes left in this first quarter. And in for the Crusaders, it's the number 12, Ella Goodrum. The Crusaders will have it out of bounds. They get it in. Zika with it. Now number 24, that's Kirsten Gregory. Conrad with it. Trying to dribble out of a couple defenders. Now it's in the half court. Volich with it. Trying to pump. Now Villagomez. Ball's poked away, but ball's swatted away out of bounds by the Crusaders. Spartans will have it out of bounds on their own sideline. Seen some active hands here early from the Crusaders as the Spartans trying to get something going on offense. The ball is swatted away again out of bounds by the Dukes, and the Spartans really trying to scramble yet again. staying with the Spartans here. Mandy Turnez to inbounds. It's really a lot of active hands and defensive pressure from the Spartans. We've also seen some lazy passes just like that one. As it's taken away by number 3, Lindy Barton. And a feed to Val Norwood she takes it back out, looking to work on Monahan. She takes up a nice layup. Good defense there by the Spartans. Snatched off the glass by Monahan. She guarded tightly by Norwood. Herman blocked that time by the Crusaders. And a foul that time. Didn't really look like there was too much contact there. Trying to get a jump ball were Maddie Turnez and Julia Herman. And that'll be the second foul on Maddie Turnez as Kylan Gregory tried to keep the ball safe from the Spartans, and it's Norwood.
Kelsey Rooney replaces Turnez.
Monahan trying to take it in for a nice layup, and she does off of the turnover. Nice pressuring Val Norwood there by Spartan press defense. 16-2. Spartans put some points on the board off a fast break by Monahan. And shots up, no good. O-boarded yet again by the Crusaders. And another O-board by the Crusaders. Taken off the glass by number 11, Monahan. Looking ahead, taken away yet again by the Crusaders. Norwood for 3. She'll pull up from the wing that time. That's pure for number 33, Val Norwood. And these Wellington girls, they're surely talented, but the Spartans, they have a lot to prove. 19-2. Spartans down by 17 with 1:15 left, 1 quarter. So Monahan tried to get another 2 easy ones, and some great defensive hustle by Hadley Porter as Julie Herman fired up another mid-range J. She might have tried to take that one in, I would suggest, but it's the Crusaders trying to get into the paint yet again. It's Lindy Barton, number 2, and another 3 by Val Norwood. That's up, no good. Rebounded by Julia Herman. And number 14, Rooney, the freshman, travels on it. And
this defense of the Lady Crusaders really speeding up the Spartans, making them make mistakes, traveling, quick turnovers, long passes being picked off. You take the time, try and pick apart the defense.
Definite height advantage for the Crusaders on this matchup, as we have a few underclassmen in the game. Zika takes a 2. And it's rebound taken away off the glass for an offensive rebound and a putback by Britt Zika. Nice little hook shot there. Spartans really need to guard up on those boards if they want to really put this game away.
Definitely a height advantage for the Lady Crusaders.
And that's what you want to do if you're the Spartans. Try and get Julia Herman in the paint. She kicks it back out. Conrad with it, trying to dribble around her lady. Now it's a pull-up mid-range for
free throw line jumper misses.
Julia Herman. Norwood with it, 11 seconds. She tries to take it out, trying to drive it herself. Gets it to Lindy Barton. She takes a pull-up, no good. And Zika with a 3, no good. Monahan with the board, and that's 21-2. Crusaders leading by 19 out of the first quarter. Better effort from the Spartans than we've seen last time these two teams played. But then again, this size on the Crusader ladies is very overwhelming for these Spartans.
Yeah, definitely we're beaten on the offensive glass. Number of shots that shouldn't have happened had we collected the defensive board. Really trying to speed the Lady Spartans up on the press. Just creating a bunch of turnovers, a little unnecessary, a little pressed by their excellent defense.
Indeed, a lot of active hands for this Crusader team. Active hands indeed. We see those a lot from the Spartan boys, but Crusader girls built up a great culture here. But you know what the Spartans do have over the Crusaders? 2 more championships in girls basketball.
Absolutely. Look it up.
Crusaders looking to be ABCTL Division 4 champions for 4 straight years, as they're, like we said, coming in the year 14-1. Maddie Turnez, hard dribble to the wing, trying to get something off. Winning it to a player. A nice feed to Lucy Vulich.
Great
She
back
takes
cut.
a nice layup. Big body in the paint for Lucy Vulich.
Great back cut. Excellent look on the pass.
And nice defense in the paint by Maddie Turnez. Crusaders trying to get back quickly. Drew Zika off to Norwood. She tries to drive baseline. Takes a layup that is up, no good. But swatted by the freshman Lucy Vulich and foul that time. 21-4. Spartans down by 17. Norwood heads to the line to shoot 2. 7:30 left in this half of basketball. As we see a little bit of representation from the Spartans here with this girls' game. I see a lot of the Monahan and Turnez families out there in the visitor student section. As Norwood goes 1 of 2. Spartans try and get it in. It's Lucy Gear with it. Gets it across to Lori Villagomez, but feeding to the paints. It's taken away yet again by Britt Zika. Or pardon, that's Drew Zika, number 3. And a tray ball in the wing yet again.
Good box out by Villagomez.
Great box out and great getting on the floor by the Spartans. Scooping it up is Claire Monahan. She has room to run. A lot of track speed there, although she's primarily known for her swimming and volleyball. Claire Monahan has the ball swatted out of bounds by, poked away out of bounds by the Crusaders in transition. 22-4 Spartans. Bit of a better
on the baseline.
Better position than last game for sure. Turnez gets it to Conrad. She takes a 3. That's an air ball for Lainey Conrad. It's out of bounds. Monahan tried to save it off the baseline, but it goes back to the Crusaders.
It's a rare open look for Lainey. She just didn't quite get her feet set.
Now it's Zika with it. Good pressure by Spartans trying to get a back cut. And now a back cut goes for number 3, Drew Zika, as she rattles a nice one in. Back cut action. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And the Crusaders got it that time. Spartans trying not to get a violation in the backcourt. Now it's Conrad with it. Now Vulich trying to handle it herself. And it's taken away yet again by Britt Zika. She's trying to take it all the way herself, but she backs out. And looks to take a 3 from the corner. That's off, no good. It's out of bounds, going the way of the Spartans yet again. Number 14. Kelsey Rooney going to the game, the freshman for the Spartans. Like we said, a little bit of freshman action here for the Spartans.
Big contributors this year, a pair of freshmen, and the trio, in fact, when you bring in Porter.
Spartans handle the press well. Rooney with it, gets it to Vulich. She tries to take it in the lane. Shoots a nice little pull-up. No good that time. Spartans have had some good looks. In transition, it's the Crusaders. It's Britt Zika taking a little pull-up in the lane yet again. Rebounding off the mark. Lucy Vulich, the freshman, looking to run. She surveys. Rooney with it. Trying to drive it herself. And a travel. Looks like she almost got that one. The freshman
That's tough.
trying to get a drive that time.
Tough call when the ball's tipped and you come back down with it. That's either a jump ball or travel, but apparently they didn't see the tip.
Tipped that time by Norwood, and Spartans have it back. And a nice pick away by Britt Zika as she snatched the ball away from Julia Herman, who tried to get a steal that time. Had possession, but Zika too fast that time. Vulich with it. Heavy pressure by number 3, Drew Zika. She takes it in for an easy 2 yet again. The pressure for the Crusaders increasing tenfold in this second quarter. 28-4. The Spartans down 24 with 5:10 left in this half. We didn't get the introductions, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Ben Shackelford.
And I am Ben's dad.
Yes, that is indeed my father. And we will be your humble hosts for both games tonight. Spartans in McPherson, Spartans in Wellington.
Where the Spartans go, we go.
Indeed, we are devoted. Sorry for for those of you who were wondering where I was for that extended break during the winter, I was actually in the school play as one of the lead roles. So, and I got some props for that. My dad can attest to that. He saw it.
Quite the thespian. Our play-by-play guy is as well. Rather talented. So his talents were required elsewhere for a few weeks.
Well, thank you.
Spartans inbound, taking it the length of the floor.
Volich with it, trying to evade a defender. A nice feed into the paint by Julia Herman. Gets it to Conrad out for three. She pumps. Gets it to Rooney. She's looking for an option. Now Volich with it. And a foul against the Crusaders. Sorry if you're experiencing technical difficulties here, folks, as we're just trying to make this work, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Spartans will have it out of bounds. We are live indeed. Thank you. As Herman gets it in bounds, she looks to the block. Almost poked away. Conrad recovers. Now Maddie Turnez. Guarded by Zika. She looks to drive. And a foul underneath on Drew Zika. And Turnez will go to the line. Spartans being way more aggressive than they were in that last game for sure. 28-4.
Nice aggressive move by Maddie to turn the corner, try to get to the basket. Got the foul, awarded with 2.
Turnez goes 1 for 1 from the line so far. 28-5. Spartans down by 23, but they're in a much better, definitely in a much better situation than they were last game. Sorry if I mentioned the last game a lot. Just Spartans have played Wellington once this year. Once at home, now they're on the road. And Turnez 1 for 2 right off the iron, and it's Britt Zika trying to take it in. And a foul underneath, and 1 for number 12, Ella Goodrum. She'll go to the line to shoot 1. 30-5. Spartans down 25 now. Goodrum with an opportunity to make it 26. With 4:29 left in the half. You already see some student section for the Crusaders piling in, and Goodrum misses it. Herman collects. Now to Turnez. Now to Conrad. Turnez trying to evade defenders. Now
excellent
Volich in the paint.
Excellent ball movement by the Spartans to break the press that time.
Back out. Conrad, she wants this one. Backs out. Feeds. Herman in the paint, and a nice paint touch and finish by Julia Herman. 30-7. Spartans down 23 now.
Excellent entry pass.
And Zika just responds right back with a heat check 3. 33-7. Spartans get it. Conrad gets into Turnez. Back to Conrad. She's looking for an option. Conrad family. Very prestigious sports family at Collegiate. Remember Lakeland Conrad? Quality distance runner for the Spartans. And a foul on number 33, Val Norwood. And
as was Lily Conrad.
Yes, Lily Conrad.
Fantastic track athlete.
Indeed. Placed 3rd senior year in the 400 in 3A, I remember. And back to Lakeland Conrad, he now an assistant track coach at the Spartans. And a nice fake underneath by Julia Herman as she scrambles to get back on defense. Spartans looking. Norwood trying to get up. Gets Villa Gomez on the ground. Shot is up. No good. 3-pointer that time. And a foul underneath on on Julia Herman. She got kind of pushed Ella Goodrum in the air, Spartans working much harder on the offensive rebounds here in this game. But that size for the Crusaders has just been overpowering them this entire game. First one's off the rim for Ella Goodrum. Into the game, it's number 11, Kendall Rusk. As she replaces Norwood. Hadley Porter into the game for the Spartans as well. As that free throw's off, no good. Taken away by, snatched off the glass by Julia Herman, but a jump ball that time by the Crusaders. Staying with Wellington.
Julia had position, had the ball, couldn't corral it.
33
got tied up.
Yes, indeed. 33-9. 3:08 left in the half. Crusaders get it in. Great defense by Chloe Villagomez, disrupting the inbounds. Now feeding to the paint. Zika, number 5, misses that one. And now a pull-up mid-range. That's off, no good. Another offensive rebound by the Crusaders. That was number 12. Yet again, Ella Goodrum. Back and forth play for the Crusaders. Just miss the shot, get the O-board. Miss the shot and get the O-board. And to shoot the free throws, it's number 12. Yet again, Ella Goodrum. Second trip to the line.
Crusaders do an excellent job crashing the glass on the offensive boards to create these extra possessions, create these free throw opportunities.
First shot rattles in, like we said. Wellington girls, back-to-back 4A runners up, and and they've built a great culture here, like we've said. Conrad trying to drive on Britt Zika. She's looking for an option. Gets it to Villagomez. Oh, pardon, that was number 5, Vivian Wright. Hadley Porter loses the handle. Now it's back to the Crusaders. Zika trying to pass across court, and another feed into the paint. That's number 11, Kendall Rusk. Her first points of the game.
Great ball movement, snappy passes, gets it right down court. Easy layup.
37-9. Turnez with it. Conrad receives the handoff. Getting pressured by the Crusaders. Out of bounds yet again. Off the legs of Monahan, and Spartans trade starting players for starting players yet again. Back in the game, it's Julia Herman. Seen a lot from her this game, of course. The 6'1" Spartan. The 6'1" big lady in the middle. Frantic passes, frenetic ball movement by the Crusaders all around the perimeter. Now it's a drive by Kendall Rusk. Now feeding in the paint, backing out, it's number 12, Ella Goodrum. Crusaders trying to get something from the perimeter. Rusk with it. Now it's Gregory. 12, 11, Rusk trying to drive.
Clock running out. It's a violation.
And a shot clock violation. Great defense there by the Spartans, as great defensive hustle leads yet again. Great defensive hustle leads to another offensive possession for the Spartans. 37-9 with 1:22 left in this second quarter. Monahan's shot, mid-range shot, was blocked, but Julia Herman recovered and took it in for an easy 2. Spartans in double digits now. Now a timeout for Wellington, and Spartans showing some life. 37-11. 1:12 left in this half. What do we like so far from the Crusaders, Dad?
Their defense is just swarming. Relentless all the way to the three-quarter court. Packing it in the lane, making it tough on the Spartans to get any close shots. Looking like a championship team again. Going to go 4-on-4A again.
And we've seen some good things from the Spartans as well. Really taking advantage of a lot of offensive opportunities here in this game, and you really like what the Spartans have built up here.
Absolutely. When they're able to move the ball and move the defense around back and forth, complete their passes and work it into the lane, they've been successful scoring the ball, getting the ball into Julia. Turnover.
Turnover yet again. Takeaway by the freshman. Freshman Vulich now out to Monahan outside the perimeter, guarded by Kendall Rush. She's looking to work. Receives the screen. It's Vulich. 52 seconds left. And a nice recovery by Julia Herman. And a pass up ahead. That's number 24, Kirsten Gregory. And a trade. And what was that, a 2 or 3? Couldn't really see it. That was a 2 by Kirsten Gregory. We've seen some big points for her in this game. Score is 39-11. Vulich with it. Hounding defense by the Crusaders. As she tries to see an option. Gets it into Herman in the paint. She takes it back out. No shot clock. 6 seconds left. Rooney loses it off the pass from Julia Herman, and 2.3 seconds, 39-11. Spartans down by 28. 2.3 seconds left in this game, in this half, and that is indeed the half. 39-11. The Spartans showing some life here, as it's 39-11 with 2 more quarters of basketball to go here in this game. We'll be back after this. 40 seconds before the start of the second half. What have we liked from the Spartans in that first half, Dad?
Well, when they've been able to get the ball deep into the lane and close to the basket, they've been able to convert. That their trouble's been really just working it down that deep, just from a stifling defense from the Lady Crusaders. They seem to be all over the place and really preventing the entry passes and letting the offense get even past the free throw line to really get into the flow of their offense. So it's been a tough go for the Spartans thus far, but the Crusaders, to their credit, outstanding defense.
39-11 after one half. The Spartans start with it on offense. Julia Herman with it. And she's fouled right away in the paint. Nice little feed there by Lainey Conrad, senior to senior matchup.
Absolutely.
Right
Quick inbounds and then quick entry. Julia sealed off the defender, turned to make the shot, and was fouled.
39-11. 7:55 left in the third quarter. And a jump ball. Possession arrow stays. Oh, it's going back to the Crusaders. As Wellington will take back over on offense, we see a few notable players. We got a few notable players. Number 4, Britt Zika has been putting up some numbers here in the first half. She put up some numbers there in the first half. As Val Norwood takes it in. No good.
Norwood's been sharp the first half as well.
Off the mark that time, but it's out of bounds, staying with the Crusaders. Britt Zika with it. Now to Val Norwood. She's trying to work on Villa Gomez. She pulls up for 3 after losing her defender. No good. But then there's Drew Zika to recover and put it back in for 2. 8 points.
Rebound and dipsy-do on the other side of the basket.
Indeed. Did a little up and under like a loop-de-loop and got it back. Passes off the foot of Herman. She's all smiles, though. And a feed into the paint. Herman probably could have taken a little bit deeper in the paint. And it's a long pass up ahead to Lindy Barton. Now she takes it in for a strong 2 in transition. 43-11. Spartans. Deficit goes back up to 32 as ball's tapped out of bounds by Val Norwood. Spartans keep it. 6:49 left in this third quarter. Ball's inbounded to Conrad. We've seen some good fight here from the Spartans. Conrad with it, pumps, looking. And then a traveling violation on Lady Conrad, and it's going back to the Crusaders. This defensive pressure from the Crusaders really showing, utilizing their length to its full potential. As Val Norwood gets it guarded by Villa Gomez. Now it's Zika with it. Passes to Britt Zika in the paint. Now a 3-ball. Off the mark, no good. Good rebound by Lady Conrad. And a nice feed up ahead. So Maddie Ternez almost gets the layup, but it's off the mark. Would have been a nice falling out of bound layup. Now the pass is up ahead to Zika, number 4. Shots off, no good. Good rebound. Getting all the way back is Julia Herman. On the floor, it's staying with the Crusaders. Looks like Herman went out of bounds there, trying to get the loose ball. And, after the miss fadeaway J by Britt Zika. Zika now to Barton. She takes a little underhand layup, driving baseline. Off the mark, no good, but she'll shoot 2. Seen some good action here from Lindy Barton. 8 points already. At the line, Spartans down 44-11 with 5:55 left in this third quarter. We see a couple freshmen at the scorers table about ready to go in. First free throw is banked in for Lindy Barton, number 2. We see a few more Spartan fans trickling in. What's that? The Bond and the Drumright family we see. Barton 1 for 1 so far. Makes it 2 for 2. 45-11 Spartans down by 34 with 5:55 left in the third quarter. Monahan gets stopped. Pops back out to Volich. Volich getting trapped, searching for an option. Now it's Monahan again. Guarded tightly. Monahan gets it to Conrad. She's looking for an option. Some space out there for Conrad.
Spartans are stuck on that half of the floor. They need to having trouble reversing the ball, getting to the third side, making the defense work side to side.
Yeah, and indeed, Julia Herman not being in, there is not a whole lot of paint presence there for the Spartans. Volich gambles a bit trying to steal the ball away from Zika. Now it's back to Zika, guarded by Volich. She pulls up for 3. That's pure for Britt Zika. Nice little step back action from the senior. As it's Monahan with it, dribbling in the half court. Now it's right to Conrad. 48-11. Spartans down by 37. Late in the fourth. Rooney getting trapped. Conrad saves it from going out of bounds. Now it's to Volich. Shot clock this quarter down to 9. Now it's Conrad. Guarded tightly. Has to pull up, but it's blocked by Norwood. Trying to take it all the way. She stops, pops, no good. Shot is off, no good yet again. Norwood tries to take it up yet again. 3 offensive rebounds, but can't connect for the Crusaders. Monahan using that track speed to try and take it the other way. Almost loses it. Recovers. Tries to get it to the corner to Rooney. And that is rejected like a volleyball play by Val Norwood. The Spartans go 3 and 3 out with Herman, Turnez, and Hadley Porter coming into the game in for Downing, Villagomez, and Monahan. 48-11. Spartans, 37-point deficit at the hands of the Wellington Crusaders. Turnez with the ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock, trying to feed Herman in the paint. He tries to work. Wellington trying to send a double. Looks like a foul that time on. It's like a foul that time on number 5, Vivian Wright. Her first of the game now. A lot of play happening way past the 3-point line. And Zvolich with it. Now back to Herman. Spartans trying to get something offensive going. Porter with the ball. And a travel by the freshman yet again. The Spartans trying to get a break here. 48-11 with 3:39 left in this half of basketball.
Crusaders pushing Julia out of the lane. It's not where we want her. We need her down on the block.
Ball's in bounds. It's number 4, Britt Zika. Setting up the offense. We have four down low, and Zika likes to not take a screen. It's out to number 5, Vivian Wright, but good defense by the freshman Rooney. Pressuring well enough to get that ball out. Get that ball out of bounds, and Spartans have it back. It's Turnez with it. Turnez dribbling. Gets it to Herman. Almost traveled there. And it's stripped away yet again by number 5, Vivian Wright. And she takes it in for an easy 2. In transition.
Another turnover.
Just stripped away yet again. Volich mishandles but recovers. Stops. Gets it out to Turnez. They try to get it into Herman. No good at that time. Great offensive rebounding by Julia Herman. And she gets another opportunity and puts it in. 50-13 by.
Fantastic entry pass by Maddie.
2 more
Way
points.
to stick with it by Julia.
2 more points from Julia Herman. Zika gets her own rebound, puts it up again. And ball's off the way. Tipped out of the hands of number 2, Lindy Barton. Crusaders will have it back. 50-13 Spartans. A 37-point deficit with 2:30 left in the third quarter. Now it's number 5, Vivian Wright with it. Now inbounds to Val Norwood. She tries to work on Villa Gomez. Takes it in the lane. That's up. No good. Out of bounds off of the Spartans. Looked like it almost touched number 22, Kylan Gregory. And
Tough dribble drive by Norwood.
it's inbounds. A pull-up mid-range. A pull-up J is good for number 21, Cruz Cornejo. As Conrad takes it back the other way. Trying to work for something. Now it's Monahan. Stiff dribble this time, but she works with it. Spins. And the ball is taken away yet again by Val Norwood. The pressure from this Crusader team is really showing. And she misses on an easy fast break layup. No one around. She can't be happy about that. Ball's taken away yet again in transition by the Crusaders. And a foul. And a foul on the Crusaders yet again. 52-13, Spartans. 39-point deficit, 144. Showing a lot of, but definitely showing some fight in this game. As a timeout is on the floor. With 144 left in the third quarter, 52-13. What have we liked so far from the Spartans, Dad?
Again, this start to this half, they've had trouble getting the ball into a good position to score. They had a couple of really good looks, and Julie's been working hard. She's gonna sleep well tonight. She's been leaning on her all game on all areas of the floor, but girls are working hard, trying their best to just run into a real stiff defense tonight, and just really need to try to get each other open. Set some screens, get each other open, get the ball down into where they can get it a little closer to the hoop, get a decent shot.
And turnover and a foul on Wellington. And foul on Wellington leads to another collegiate possession, 52-13, 144 left in the third quarter. Monahan with it, trying to set up the offense. Getting a play to Herman. She's looking, stops in the mid-range. Gets it back out to Monahan. She saves it from going out of bounds. Now it's Conrad in the paint. Double teaming them that time was Herman. And a tray ball is pure for Val Norwood. She just shrugs it off and says, that's a routine play for me. 55-13. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Conrad with it. Gets a screen from Porter. He's just pushed around a bit and loses the ball. Looking up ahead are the Crusaders. And a foul in transition on, looks like that's on Lainey Conrad, and just caught Vivian Wright in that in transition, and Crusaders go back in with the 5 and 5 out. Looked like 5 and 5 out. Might have been 5 and 4 out. 4 and 4 out. And now it's back in bounds to the Crusaders. It's number 4, Britt Zika. Now it's number 24, Kirsten Gregory. A feed to Norwood in the paint. High layup up and good for Val Norwood. Not really her best performance, but it'll certainly do for the Crusaders. And a feed to Herman in the paint. And a foul underneath on the Crusaders. 57-13, 28.1 seconds left in the third quarter. Spartans will have it underneath. Facilitating the inbounds is Monahan. That's the second foul on number 2, Lindy Barton. Ball's taken in by Herman. Turnaround mid-range shot is blocked by the Crusaders. Now feeding to the paint. It's taken away by Julia Herman. She can do it on defense as well, folks. Now it's Conrad with the ball. Handling it herself. 7 seconds on the clock. And a travel on Julia Herman. It's going back to the Crusaders. 57-13. 0.32 seconds left in the third quarter as it's a long pass up ahead. Zika with it. Drew Zika. Oh, pardon, that was Lindy Barton in the corner. No good. 57-13. Spartans. Down yet again by 44 points. And as we go to the fourth quarter, we see that great defense by the Crusaders showing up yet again. And the Spartans showing the hustle still.
Defense turning to offense for the Crusaders. Again, Spartans having trouble with the entry pass, having trouble controlling it. Just outstanding defense.
Outstanding defense indeed. Even with this game not going the way the Spartans wanted to, they'll still have some takeaways from it. 57-13. A 44-point lead for the Crusaders as looks like Collegiate will have it out of bounds on the beginning of the fourth. Collegiate might want to look to the 3 fouls of Julia Herman down the stretch, as 3 fouls in the fourth and not what Collegiate Spartans want, as we can see the the Spartans. With Heath not having Herman in the game, saving her for the later moments of the fourth, trying to get a more morale-based victory. The Spartans did some good things here tonight. It's the start of the fourth quarter. Balls to Ternez. Norwood jumps. And a tray ball is off the front of the rim by Lucy Volich. And now it's a takeaway. Into the paint is number 33, Val Norwood. Bumped into Lucy Volich, the freshman there, and she looks a little shaken up. And Norwood will go to the line to shoot 2. 57-13. Running clock here. 7:30 left in the game. Norwood at the line, shooting 2. That one's on the money. Val Norwood. A few players in double on the floor. Two ladies in double figures for the Crusaders, as 3 players in double figures as Norwood, Barton, and Zika, number 4, all have 10 plus. It's a steal going the other way. It's Barton with a scoop layup on the other end, 61-13. 6:55 left in this game. Ternez handling. Crusaders lay off the defensive pressure yet again. Ball is taken away by Britt Zika. And Val Norwood takes it in for another transition to a violent swipe by Britt Zika. Leads to more transition offense for the Crusaders. Ternez with the ball in the half court. Crusaders go to more of a zone. And the ball is taken away in the paint yet again. Intended for Lucy Volich, and Drew Zika does another scoop layup in transition yet again. 65-13. Crusaders are off and running, as it's a timeout for the Collegiate Spartans. 65-13. Quick points for the Crusaders here, as they're not done with the fight. They want to add some more. They want to add some more to this. They want to add some more to this dog pile. 6:06 left in the game, 65-13. Spartans will be able to walk away with some takeaways, some good takeaways. What do you think? What do you think the Spartans can hang their hat on in this game, Dog, or Dad?
Again, turnovers, defensive rebounds, just had a real tough time tonight. The shooters have of Lainey Conrad and Maddie Turns haven't been able to find any room to get any shots off. Certainly not in the mid-range and threes as well. Just been swallowed up by the defense.
Spartans go a mixed lineup. 2 freshmen, Rooney, Porter, juniors, Junior Villagomez, and the seniors, Conrad and Julia Herman. Great career for both. I'm pretty sure varsity starters all 4 years in this Spartan team. Leading the Spartans all the way from 1-19 to now 6 wins here in 2025. It's Conrad with it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Clock ticking down. Herman trying to work. Loses it a bit. Pulls up from the mid-range. That's off, no good. Snatched off the glass by number 11, Kendall Rusk. 5:28 left in this game. 65-13. It's a drive. Now a mid-range. And a takeaway by Julia Herman. Villagomez. She's all smiles down the court. Getting it to Herman. She takes a long 3. That's off the rim. No good. Almost taken away by Kelsey Rooney, but it's taken away off the glass by the Crusaders. Now it's Rusk, number 11. She's given all the space in the world. She's given all the space to shoot, and she does shoot. That's off. No good. Taken away yet again by Chloe Villagomez. Off of the rebound by Ella Goodrum. Jump ball. Staying with Wellington. Off the baseline, it's Vivian Wright. Have it out of bounds. It's a feed into the paint yet again. And a good block. Ooh, a foul. And a foul underneath. Didn't really look like there was too much contact down low, but they get her but they get Hadley Porter for the foul there. 65-13 with 4:20 left in regulation. Pardon, that's not Lindy Barton. That is Kylan Gregory. First one's off the back of the rim, no good. 65-13, second free throw. Up, no good as well. And a great rebound by the freshman, Hadley Porter. Gets it to the other freshman, Rooney. Now it's Villagomez with it. Receiving a hard screen by Hadley Porter. 3-pointers up, no good by Lainey Conrad. And a cross-court pass up ahead. It's number 11. It's number 12. Now to number 11, Rusk. Now number 21. A feed inside to Ella Goodrum for another 2. Now a timeout yet again. 67-13 with 3:25. Pardon, the clock is still running. As looks like might have been an official's timeout. 67-13 with 3:16 left in regulation. It's white ball, aka the Crusaders. 67-13. Oh, pardon, no, it's Spartans ball. Now it's Volich, freshman inbounds. Running clock in this game, 67-13. Like we said, 3:13 left in this quarter. It's number 32. Looks like that's Nicole Rooney and Kelsey Rooney, number 14, and she receives the handoff, trying to dribble it herself. And is stripped away yet again by number 23, Addie Schnell. And it's a pass into the paint. Now into the paint again. It's number 22. That was Kylan Gregory off of the high miss. 67-13, 2:35 left in this game. It's Villagomez with it. Getting it to Hadley Porter, number 10. She's looking. And a tray ball by number 15. Lucy Volich is off the mark, no good. Pass to number 5, Vivian Bright. Now it's Kendall Rusk, number 11. She tries to take it in the paint now, kick back out. Now a mid-range J by number 22. That's an air ball. Nice rebound by Lucy Volich as she takes it up herself. setting up the offense outside the perimeter. Ball is almost stripped. Vulich on the floor. And Rooney gets on the floor yet again. But it's taken away by the Crusaders. As number 23, Addie Schnell, gets fouled going up, and she'll go to line shoot 2 with 1:40 and a running clock left. 67-13. That's the third foul on Lucy Gear, but it won't. Or pardon, Lucy Vulich, but it won't matter. As Schnell goes to the line, first free throw is on the money. 68-13. With 1:20 left on the clock. Schnell with her second shot. And that is on the mark and good for Addie Schnell. Ball's inbounded to Villagomez for the Spartans. Villagomez trying to get some offense. Dribbles hard, now back out to Vulich on the wing. Vulich looking for a screen. Directing traffic. Looking for someone to come up. And a lazy pass leads to another takeaway by the Crusaders. That's number 5, Vivian Wright.
Really difficult cross-court pass there.
Getting fouled by Chloe Villagomez, and they'll likely just run out the clock in these next few seconds. As it's 69-13 with 30 seconds left in the game. And it's a feed into the paint for number 22, Kylan Gregory, and crowd goes wild for 71-13. And 20 seconds left in the game. Villagomez trying to drive. And she's fouled. With about 12 seconds left in the game, she'll go to the line and try and shoot 2. And the clock will probably run out. She makes one free throw. She's an opportunity to give one more to the Spartans. 71-14. With an expired clock. And she gives 2 more points for the Spartans. And the Spartans walk away. Tough loss, but they have stuff to learn. But they have many important lessons to learn from it. 71-15, Coach Heat squad. Big loss on the road, but bigger lessons to learn. A lot of just the defensive pressure of the Crusaders really put too much pressure on the Spartans in this game. And
definitely the key to the game tonight. Spartans couldn't overcome enough to get the ball close enough to the basket, getting good shots, lots of turnovers. Played their hearts out. They were only about 8 players deep. Seemed like the Lady Crusaders ran about 12 deep and just kept sending out tall, fast players, and Spartans were definitely tired at the end, but valiant effort. Knew it was going to be a tough game. Knew the Lady Crusaders are going to be an outstanding opponent, as they always are in 4A. So another tough night for the Lady Spartans, but solid effort.
Indeed, a solid effort for the Spartans. As we see the Wellington boys coming out in prep for the next game, that's the varsity guys, the Spartans and the Crusaders. As something to note, we do not see any signs of number 4 for the Crusaders, Carter Burnett, who is arguably their best player. As questioning what happened to him, so
more to come in a bit as we get into pregame. We'll let these guys warm up, and we'll take a quick break.
Yes, indeed. We will be back after this. 4 minutes to go in pregame warm-ups. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, in Wellington, Kansas, previewing this boys varsity game between the Wellington Crusaders and your Wichita Collegiate Spartans. Coming off of a tough loss to the Collegiate girls team, or to the Wellington girls team, the Collegiate Spartans will look to rebound with this matchup against the Wellington Crusaders. As last time these two teams met, it was back before the December break, and it definitely was a thriller, wasn't it, Dad?
Yeah, definitely a great game. Ended up being one. The Spartans jumped on them early, got let a big lead. However, the Crusaders just kept clawing back. Made it a very close game at the end. Pretty much everybody Spartan fan would remember that's last play of the games where we lost Sebastian Hines Turner for the season with an injury. But tonight we'll also be without Carter Drumright, one of our starting senior guards, and nursing a thumb injury. Hopefully he's healing up quickly and be back in action soon. Ben mentioned that Cody Burnett,
Carter Burnett,
excuse me, for the Crusaders is in fact in street clothes. Definitely a guy who's their leading scorer and the engine that makes their team run. He will be missed tonight and definitely not missed by the Spartans. Indeed.
As a 2-point win for the Spartans, last time we saw. And unfortunate that Sebastian Hines Turner and Jack Grace are out tonight, but Spartans definitely have an opportunity to really make some fireworks here in Wellington. Spartans have only lost to Wellington once in school history, and we remember that game clearly. Heartbreaking one at that. And it was actually Carter Burnett, I'm pretty sure, who scored the last-second shot to lead the Crusaders over the Spartans back in 2023.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He's been an excellent player for them his whole career. And, heartbreaking loss by the Spartans. Again, jumped out on them early, kind of let them creep back, come back, stay in the game, and ended up biting them in the backside.
Yes, and starting for sorry, folks, if we're getting some technical difficulties here, as I've just been alerted that just trying to get our thing back working, our program back working, as we will prepare for this boys game as the Spartans and the Crusaders butt heads right here, right now in Wellington, Kansas. We'll be back after this. Live coming at you in Wellington, Kansas. It's the Crusaders and it's the Spartans. Butting heads yet again in a rivalry matchup that has turned into quite a bitter one at that. We've seen these guys butt heads a couple times this year, and it's turned into a competitive game for both sides. And we'll get your starting lineups for your Spartans starting out. It's number 2, Jack Grace, the senior. It's number 3, AJ Batiste, who was not present in the game against Wellington early in the year. AJ Batiste, the junior. Jaden Parker, the junior. Look for him in this game. Number 20, Mason Bond, getting a start here in place for the injured Carter Drumright. And number 33, David Shege, the big man in the middle. And now the Crusaders. As the lights dim and the scoreboard flashes with those player intros that you may see in a college game, to be fair.
Great looking new scoreboard here at Wellington High.
Like we said, Carter Burnett not playing in this game for the Crusaders. So let's see who can step up for the Crusaders in this game. I remember last game that Dusty Bannister kind of went off for the Crusaders.
Definitely stepped up, kept him in the game. We'll see what the senior Bannister can do. Senior Brody Weir.
Starting for the Crusaders, it's number 3, the senior Grady Norris. Look for him to knock down some threes. Number 5, the big man down low. It's Brody Weir. Number 10, the foreign exchange student from Italy, Matteo Basso, the senior. Number 12, Dusty Bannister, starting QB for the Wellington Crusaders football team. And number 21, Jagger Norris, the senior. And now it's the Spartans and the Crusaders. A nice student section here for the Crusaders in Wellington. And the Spartans bringing out a meager crowd here. Not really much of a student section. We have a few supporters there. Looks like it's Dalton Turpin, Ali Alsukin, Zach Fulich, and Ryan Khalife. Shout out to them for coming out and supporting this Spartan team.
At least the loud ones showed up. That's what we need.
Indeed. David Shege in the middle. We expect to see a 1-3-1 zone from this Wellington team. And one point of concern is that Wellington's depth has not been great this year. We saw that against the Collegiate. We saw that against the Spartans this year. And missing one of their key players, that might come into play. It's Weir. It's Weir and it's Chege. Jumping in the middle. Ball's up, and the game is underway. It goes out of the hands of AJ Batiste and goes to the Wellington Crusaders. A turnover, not great for the Spartans on the first possession. As it's Bannister with the ball. Now to Basso. Now to Basso. We've seen him make some good plays against the Spartans in the win last time. Now it's Bannister, cross-court pass from Basso. He'll look to work on Jaden Parker. Now back to Basso. He looks to drive. Now cross. Step back mid-range in the lane. Up. No good, but great rebound by Jack Grace, recovering the loose ball that time. Now great corner. Looking for an option. Serving. Pass outside to Jaden Parker, number 11. Now to Grace. Spartans really need to get going if they want something on offense.
Under 10 on the shot. Turnover.
And a turnover yet again. That's Jagger Norris. Stripped by Mason Bond.
Mason takes it back.
And Jack Grace misses the layup, but saves it off of number 10, Basso. And
Jack Jack stepped out of bounds.
Just stepped out of bounds, and it's going back to the Crusaders. Zeros for both teams so far in this game. 6:53. We're a minute past. Ball is tipped out of bounds and off the inbounds. Good hands by David Chege, rejecting that inbounds pass. As depth has been an issue for the Crusaders, and let's see how they can manage without Carter Burnett. Grady Norris goes up with a strong finish, and he puts 2 points on the board off the inbounds for the Crusaders. Good student section here for the Crusaders. Parker in the lane. Gets it to Bond. Now to Batiste. He'll take a three. That's pure for A.J. Batiste. He buries one early. 3-2. Spartans lead with 6:26 left in game. Great hands by David Chege. And great hands yet again by Carter Drumright traveling on the play.
Great hustle by Mason Bond to get back. Intercepted the ball. Walked with it.
And
back to the Crusaders.
Indeed. Underneath the basket of the Crusaders. It'll be Basso to inbounds. Trying to get it in. It's Norris, number 21, guarded by Batiste. Spartans trap. Trying to get it out is Norris. They switch back. Now a tree by Dusty Bannister, and he gets the crowd energized early. 5-3, Wellington leads. Spartans haven't really gotten much going from the paint. Bit of a 2-3 look for the Crusaders here. And a pull-up by Jaden Parker is through the net. 5-all. 55-51 left in this first quarter.
Parker got to the free throw line of the drive.
Indeed. Now Spartans trying to communicate. Ball is out of bounds. Bobbled by Brody Weir. Off the hands of A.J. Batiste. It'll stay with the Spartans. It looked like Jaden Parker that time. And a number of Spartans going out. Kamari Jennings, Maddox Drumright, and Logan Clay going in the game. Now Basso tries to take a mid-range J off the glass. No, but it's rebounded by looks like that's another offensive rebound off the missed three by Brody Weir. Just overpowered Logan Clay that time. Jack Grace almost loses the handle. Gets it to Maddox Drumright. They try and trap. Now it's Parker in the lane. Now Jennings for three. That's an air ball for Kamari Jennings. Ball is saved by Jack Grace. And gets it back to Kamari. 7-5 Spartans.
Great hustle
down
by
by 2. And Kamari takes a floater. And an offensive foul. Charge taken that time. Looks like Brody Weir. And Kamari picks up his first foul of the game. 7-5 Crusaders lead. Don't want this to get out of hand quick because this environment, we may not get that lead back. Wellington getting it in. It's number 3 Norris. He's trying to take it himself. Try to go behind the back. And it's saved. And it's taken away by the Spartans. Jaden Parker trying to run the court. Guarded by Hatfield. They send the double. Gets it out to Drumright, number 21. Gets it back to Parker. Parker takes a pull-up three. That's off. No good. But a great rebound by Jack Grace, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Great rebound position by Jack. Secures the board. Fouled on the attempt to put it back.
Yes, 7-5. Crusaders up 2. 4:38 left in the first quarter. Even without the help of Carter Burnett, the Crusaders are still
come out shooting pretty hot.
Still shooting. Jack Grace at the line. Shooting 2. We've seen some pretty good looks from him, and it's off the front of the iron. Very rare for Jack Grace, number 2. Second free throw up and good for Jack Grace. He goes one of 2 from the line. Now 7-6. The Spartans trying to claw their way, trying to bite and claw with the Crusaders here. Hatfield gets it from the inbounds. trying to break the press. Spartans trap. They get it to Basso. Now to Norris. He takes a mid-range J. That's off. No good. Rebounded by Brody Weir. And taken back by Dusty Bannister for an offensive rebound and a putback. Kamari Jennings in the corner. He gets pushed. 9-6. Crusaders up by 3 with 4:16 left in the first quarter. And it's David Chege coming back in the game, trying to get some size on Weir here. He already has 2 offensive rebounds in this game. Spartans get it in. Maddox drum right, pulls up for 3. That's off, no good. Rebounded by Brody Weir. No one really scrambling to the basket too much. Now it's Hatfield looking for an option in the paint. Gets it away into the paint. Taken away by Kamari Jennings. And a wild pass out of bounds. Trying to get someone on the cut, but there's no one there. Guarded pretty tightly by the Crusaders. 9-6 with 3:58 left in the first quarter. Spartans playing a little bit frantic here. Basso trying to go deep. Get the inbounds. It's inbounds to Weir. Now to Grady Norris, number 3. Good pressure by Mason Bond as trying to get the rolls Basso, but it's back to Norris. Now to Basso. He's trying to work on drum right. Likes to not take a screen. Pushed off a little on drum right. The ball is almost taken away. But a nice pass underneath to Jagger Norris is whiffed on that one, and it's taken away by AJ Batiste. And a nice late call on the charge by Brody Weir as AJ Batiste tried to take a little Euro step, but he gets called for the foul. Boy,
tough call. Didn't look like a ton of contact there.
Weir kind of was setting that one up from a mile away, to be honest. Ball's inbounded to Bannister, number 12. Trying to work on Chege. Crosses. Tries to get in the paint. Good defense by Maddox Drumright, staying with his man. And now a pull-up by AJ Batiste is off the marker, no good. Looks like he could have taken that for a bit more than what he got. And a foul on Maddox Drumright, number 21. In transition, 9-6. With 3:01 left in the game. Well, pardon, left in the quarter. The Spartans have not really put on a offensively solid performance so far, but it's a timeout. It's a timeout for Wellington, so the Spartans getting a bit of a breather as Crusaders are in pretty good position right now, 9-6 with 3:01 left in the first quarter. Bench depth has been a problem, though, and we'll see if that comes into play.
Spartans definitely been ready and willing to run so far this game. Hopefully keep it up, get a few transition buckets, and wear these Crusaders out.
Yes, indeed, 3:01. Spartans don't want to get into foul trouble here as they're already up 3 fouls with 3:01. Jaden Parker with 2 fouls already in this game. They'd really want to utilize him early or utilize him late. As it's 2 minutes. 3-pointer by Grady Norris is pure. 6-point lead for the Crusaders as 12-6. The Spartans looking to the corner. It's Drumright. Now backs out to Bond. Now it's Bond to Jennings. Now back to Parker in the paint. And a foul underneath. 12-6. Crusaders lead by 6 with 2:29 left in the quarter. 3 fouls on both sides. Spartans don't want this to get out of hand quick. Getting it into Basso are the Spartans. Spartans running the break. And a layup is up, no good by Winnie Norris, but Hatfield with the rebound and the putback. It's an 8-point lead for the Crusaders, 14-6. Spartans have gone cold. Offense not really showing up here. Parker with it, trying to make something. Active hands by the Crusaders. Parker takes a pull-up mid-range. That's good for Jaden Parker. Silences the crowd a little bit, 14-8. 6-point lead for the Crusaders. Norris with it, getting pressured. Now a 3-ball by Hatfield. That's off, no good. And another offensive rebound by Weir. And Norris takes another 3. That's off, no good. But a great rebound underneath by Jaden Parker as he takes it back for the Spartans with 1:40 left in the first quarter. And a foul on number 13, Cooper Hatfield, trying to stop a Jaden drive. Those are hard to stop unless you're playing a zone, in which you have to crash in on a guy who's driving. You can send help in from anywhere.
Crusaders packing it back in that 1-3-1 zone. Spartans moving the ball. Need to get it to the high post, go high-low.
Into the game is A.J. Batiste and number 33, David Chege. Jack Grace with it. Gets it to Parker. He looks to get it to Batiste. Now to Bond. He pumps, looking for an option. That is Parker. Out of bounds. Off the hands of Jaden. It's 14-8. Crusaders lead with 1:21. Spartans have just played very, very sloppy in this first quarter. As the Crusaders get it in yet again. Grady Norris trying to take it for a wild layup, long layup that is, as Jack Gray snatches it off the rebound. And Mason Bond evading the double, trying to get it to Batiste, looking for an option, just gets it to AJ. 1:02 left in the game, left in the first quarter. No foul on the shot by Jaden Parker, as it looked like he had a guy on his arm that time. And a nice underhand layup by Cooper Hatfield. He's feeling it this game. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Spartans have just played really. Parker with it. Trying to spin, but loses it again. That's Basso. He has a man in transition. Back to Basso, and he takes it in for another nice layup. It's a 10-point lead for Wellington. And Wellington feeling something here. 10-point lead for the Crusaders. With 21 seconds left in the quarter, Spartans just have not been able to handle the zone from the Crusaders, which they'd handled so well in that first game. As we know, don't let Wellington get in transition, but that's exactly what the Spartans are doing.
Not getting back on defense, allowing them looks at the basket, multiple guys running a fast break. Spartans need to tighten it up and get back on defense.
Spartans need to tighten it up indeed if they don't want something disastrous to happen. As a loss here could keep them potentially out of reach of the league title. As the Spartans have it out of bounds. Norris comes up, trying to pressure Jennings. He crosses half court. Now it's Drumright with it. Looking for an option, gets it to Chege. Nice little floater up, no good, but a nice putback by David Chege in the paint. Touch that time. And now a pass up ahead to Basso. And now Norris, now to Weir. He takes a mid-range J. And that's off, no good, 18-10. That's the quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The Spartans getting hit in the mouth here early, 18-10. They're down after the first quarter. Might be missing Carter Drumright a little bit too much.
Spartans just look a little out of sync defensively, not communicating, getting back quickly, not sharing responsibilities, communicating to stop ball, stop the open guy. Definitely need to tighten it up quite a bit. On offense, Wellington's back in that 1-3-1, so they're trying to trap in the corners, being effective at disrupting the Spartans' offense. We'll need to look to the high post, see what the Jaden can create out of that high post spot.
After one, it's 18-10. The Spartans are down by 8 after the first quarter. And if Coach Fiegel ever needed more intensity, he needs it now. I don't think the Crusaders have only taken one sub so far in this game, as the Spartans are scrambling through lineups just to try and see which one works. As it's Batiste, Jennings, Grace, Drumright, and Shege in the game. Wellington back in that 1-3-1. Jennings trying to look for a gap. Gets it back to Grace. He's being hounded by the Crusaders, and it is off the hands of Maddox Drumright, out of bounds. Just sloppy passes to and from players, and more turnovers for the Spartans. 18-10, 7:50 left in the second quarter. Spartans lay off the press a bit, go back to a man-to-man. It's Basso with the ball, trying to work on Batiste. Tries to get to the rim. That's off, no good. Great rebound by David Chege. But a foul on David Chege. He looks flabbergasted. Looks absolutely flabbergasted.
That's an unbelievable call right there.
It's like Chege had possession of the ball, just couldn't get it away. Ball's inbounded to Basso. Now to Norris up top. Now to Bannister, guarded by Grace. He's trying to drive. Elects to take a screen. Wild layup up, no good, but look who's there. Brody Weir to clear up the board. Amari Jennings shakes Norris, but pass it to Batiste, out of bounds off of Basso, and only one sub so far in this game for the Crusaders. 20-10, 7:15. Spartans just have not performed to expectation so far. Drumright with the ball, trying to work. Gets it to Grace. Trying to look for an option, and it's taken away in the paint yet again. That's a lot of what we saw in the girls' game. As Bannister with it, trying to drive. Now Basso, he takes a three. That's off the mark, no good. Logan secures the matchup against Weir, getting the rebound. And Maddox Drumright in the corner for three. That's off, no good. Not really a whole lot of effort on the rebound there by A.J. Batiste, but it's Bannister with it on the rebound. Spartans trying to pressure Bannister. He gets it across the timeline, and he gets it out of bounds.
Throws it away.
20-10, Spartans down by 10. Down by 10 with 6:37 left in this quarter. Mason Bond with it, a pretty strong but mighty student section for the Spartans here. Foul on number
5.
That's a foul on number 5, Brody Weir, just swiping at Jaden Parker that time, trying to deny him the ball, and he's called for the foul.
His first.
Jennings gets it in. Now to Parker with a nice little underhand layup. That's what the Spartans need at this point. 20-12 with 6:22 in the first. Ball's inbounded to Bannister. He's trying to shake Batiste. Spartans don't switch. Hatfield takes a wild layup. That's off, no good. Rebounded by Logan Clay. And Batiste. Wild pass up ahead. Saved by Basso. Out of bounds, and just really not the option that AJ should have chosen that time. Trying to drive was Bannister. Now Hatfield pulls up. Mid-range 2, no good. Bond gets it to Batiste all the way up ahead, over his head. Just out of reach that time for AJ Batiste.
Spartans trying to press too hard, trying to make the home run pass every time.
20-12 with 5:49 left in this second quarter. Not really what we expected here for the Spartans, as well, Crusaders down their best player. I mean, offense will probably be a little bit harder to come by for the Crusaders, but the Spartans really missing Carter Drumright on this team.
Giving them lots of opportunities. A little helter-skelter, too many turnovers, too many shots, trying to make the big play down right all the way down the floor, and giving them a couple, extra shots on the offensive end, not securing the defensive rebound.
The Spartans' offensive rebounds have been a bit of a struggle, as Brody Weir has gotten a lot of opportunities inside, and second chance opportunities for the Spartans are definitely the not really that strong in this game. Now it's Hatfield inbounds, going back to play. Now it's Basso back to Hatfield. Grady Norris with it. Spartans go to a bit of a zone press. Norris with the ball, guarded tightly by the Spartans. Spartans need to come back if they want to guard the three-point line. It's Jagger Norris, now Grady Norris. Basso with the ball, guarded by Parker. He gets it to Weir. Now Basso. A tray ball by Grady Norris is through the marker. Spartans have just had a hard time containing Grady Norris in this game, as they're back up to an 11-point lead. The offense for the Spartans has just not been there so far. It's Parker with it, trying to work. Bond takes a three, and that's good for Mason Bond. Takes the lead back to 8. Spartan trying to press on Norris. Now it's back to Hatfield. The only sub in this game has been Hatfield. Spartans trapping, trying to get it back. Are the Crusaders? It's to Norris. Now it's to Basso. He sees an open lane. And a blocking foul underneath on Mason Bond. He was trying to take a charge there. And Basso looks like he's hurt. (23-15), 4:39 left in the second quarter. Basso is down. As looks like he took a hard fall off of the attempted charge by Mason Bond. If you're Coach Fiegel, you like that effort from your boys, and Basso a little slow to get up, needing a little help. He gets back on his feet. He might have to go out for a bit, and might be good for the Spartans, as he's been hard to contain here in this game. Facilitating the offense and getting downhill have really helped Basso. As in for him is Dusty Bannister, and he'll take the two-shot foul. 23-15, 4:39 left in the half. Spartans are needing an option, and it's Bannister at the line to shoot free throws off the front of the iron. No good. Saw a lot of those in the first game against the Crusaders at home. I expect he makes this one, though. That's off, no good. So I was jinxed that time. It's Jaden Parker with it. Back to A.J. Batiste. High passes. And another takeaway in the paint by Dusty Bannister. They tried to get it to Logan Clay, but it was not to be. As the Spartans trying to make something work. Hatfield with a pull-up J. That's no good. Rebounded by Logan Clay, as it's out of bounds. Trying to fight down low with Weir, and it's out of bounds in favor of the Crusaders. 23-15 with 4:11 left in the half. Trying to get it to Bannister. And a nice, strong layup by Dusty Bannister. Brings it back to a 10-point lead. Bond shakes. Parker with a pull-up J. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Brody Weir. The Spartans have just not had a whole lot of options. And a great rebound by Jaden Parker off the missed three by Jagger Norris. And a foul on number 12, Dusty Bannister. He'll take that one in transition, 25-15. Spartans down by 10 still with 3:44 left in this game, left in this half. That's one of the strategies of Coach Fiegel's, really trying to tire out this Wellington offense, as they're not very deep, to be fair. And it's Parker with it. Feeds to Jennings, blocked by Dusty Bannister, and a jump ball came out of nowhere to reject that three-point attempt by Kamari Jennings. And it's a jump ball going the way of the Crusaders. Just nothing has worked for the Spartans in this game so far. It's to Weir, now it's to Basso. They're letting them get in transition. That's not what you want to see if you're Coach Fiegel. Wild layup up, no good. And it stays with the Crusaders. Off the Spartans. Spartans have just not been able to haul in those O boards. Just those defensive rebounds have not been going super well for the Spartans, as it's a 10-point lead for Wellington. 25-15. And a backcourt and a cut through the lane is good for Jagger Norris.
Another defensive breakdown for the Spartans. No communication.
AJ Batiste, a tray ball up, no good, but a foul. 27-15.
He's going to get 3 free throws.
3:06. He will get 3. AJ Batiste. (27-15), 3:06 left in the second half. AJ to shoot 3. Spartans are 1 of 2 from the line. Both of them coming from Jack Grace, and that one rattles off. No good by AJ Batiste. Just Spartans are not in their right minds this game. 3:06, 27-15. Spartans down by 12. And the adjustment is no good as well for AJ Batiste. Missed free throws, little things have just not gone well for the Spartans in this game. AJ Batiste, one more opportunity. Can he go 0-3? He cannot go 0-3, but he can go 1 of 3. Into the game, it's number 2, Jack Grace. A little bit of a late signal there. Batiste cuts the lead down to 11, but the Crusaders are in full control of this game at the moment. 27-16, 3:05 left. They're always trying to push in transition, I'm telling you. There's Jagger Norris trying to get something. Blocked by David Chege. Gets it back to Kamari Jennings. Now Jaden Parker gets fouled by Mateo Basso. Down there in transition, and he'll get 2 shots, Jaden Parker, to try and cut the lead down to 9. They tried to get something in transition, and they tried to get something.
Good recovery by the Spartans.
First free throw off the back of the iron by Jaden Parker. Not hitting their free throws has been a consistent part of this game for the Spartans. Just not putting on the performance you want. Second free throw's up. Good for Jaden Parker. But it's still a 10-point lead for Wellington. 27-17. Spartans haven't really gotten much going on offense or defense. Let's see if that can change in the second half, or in these next 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Basso evades, trying to make something work. Gets it to Norris. Now to Hatfield. Now to Bannister. Trying to work on Batiste. Gets it back out on the perimeter. It's Norris getting a double screen. Bannister. He'll take a 3. That's off the mark. No good. But David Chege not going up with two hands. He knocks it out of bounds, going back to the Crusaders.
He had position, just couldn't corral the ball. Brody Weir's very active body on the defensive offensive glass.
And a pass to Norris. Brady Norris trying to make something go from the perimeter. It's Bannister now, trying to use the screen. Getting inside. Weir trying to drive it himself. And a traveling violation. Took a few too many big boy steps there, Brody Weir. And the Spartan student section getting into it. Having some real competition with the Wellington student section. Passes to Grace. Grace trying to work. Trying to get something, at least something going. Trapped by the Crusaders. Bond. Gets it to Parker. Parker. Now Batiste almost loses it out of bounds. And Jack Grace trying to get something going. David Chege. The miss, no good. 3 separate opportunities for the Spartans, and they still can't connect. David Chege with 2/3 of those. Ball's almost taken away by the Spartans, but it's Bannister with a 10-point lead. It's Wellington. Now a pass to the corner. Norris, we've seen him make a lot, but he misses that time. And another rebound. Offensive rebound by Cooper Hatfield, put back. The Spartans have gone completely silent on the boards. Bond trapped, gets it to Parker. Now Batiste looks to drive. Pull up mid-range, that's off, no good. David Chege, another miss, point blank at the rim. And he goes up and is fouled. 29-17, 1:11 left in the half. The Spartans have not gotten anything going so far. Barely anything. It's frustrating to watch as a Spartan fan because they've had so many good looks. The connecting aspect has just not gone well. Check it, the line, first shot. That's off, no good. The free throws have absolutely been the worst enemy of the Spartans in this game. 29-17, 1:11.
One of many enemies in this game so far.
1:11 in this half remaining. The Spartans will need to come out guns blazing in the second half. Free throws off, no good by David Chege. Trying to save it. He had possession, but he gave it back to the Crusaders. He is having a frustrating night, ladies and gentlemen. Bannister elects to not choose the screen by. Doesn't elect the screen by Weir. Trying to get a roll to the basket. It's Weir. Gets it back to Jagger Norris, number 21. Getting trapped. Now Grady Norris. Backs out. Now to Jagger Norris. Trying to look for an option. Bannister. Spartans fighting on the screen. 4 seconds to go. A 3-ball is through and beats the buzzer by Cooper Hatfield. It's 90% luck in here. And a 15-point lead for Wellington as the Spartans have gone ice cold with 16 seconds left. They need something here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep their hopes of a league title alive, and David Chege gets a nice roll to cut it to 13. AJ Batiste almost saves the ball from going. Almost saves the ball, but 3.4 seconds left, 32-19. The Spartans are being absolutely shell-shocked here by the Wellington Crusaders. Coach Fiegel is not going to be happy with what he sees going into the half. As usually, great offensive players have been very quiet. The clock didn't start that time.
It did start. They started it, but nobody touched the ball, so they should reset it. Oh, they're saying it was tipped.
They are saying it was tipped. And the Crusaders will have it with 1.3. They will try to get something going. And it's Spartan ball back again. Bond from half court. Off the shot clock, no good. And the Spartans absolutely flabbergasted here in Wellington. 39-19. Not really what we were expecting here from this Spartan team, as injuries and simply poor performance have led to a spiraling result for Collegiate.
Pretty much every aspect of the game, Spartans were outplayed in that half. Just really tough to watch. And great news is that was only the first half, and lots of opportunity here in the second half to turn it around.
Spartans have one more half to turn this around. And we'll be back after this. 32-19, the Spartans go into half. Absolutely shell-shocked. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed back after that long break for the announcement of the Wellington homecoming Duke, as the Spartans absolutely getting ran off the court in Wellington, looking to turn that around 32-19. The Spartans are looking to rebound, and I don't mean figuratively. Rebounding has become sorry, folks, that might have been a long break. Might have been a bit of a pause, and yes, we are indeed back. 32-19, the Spartans down by 13 at the half, looking to rebound, and like I said before, not just figuratively. The Spartans have been pummeled on the offensive glass, and it has not been pretty. Brody Weir has just been living in the paint for the Wellington Crusaders, and David Chege we have not seen a lot from in this game. Wellington, without Carter Burnett, arguably their best player, are still managing to put on a show here. The Spartans, the Collegiate Spartans, trying to rebound after this tough 2 quarters. And it will be the Spartans to start out with the ball, opening the second half. Jack Grace to inbounds. Spartans starting with the same starting 5. Grace, Bond, Chege, Batiste, and Parker. Batiste getting the double. And another turnover. Instantly, the Spartans have automatically started things on a sour note. But fortunately for them, it's a turnover out of bounds. It's a turnover out of bounds, going back the way of Collegiate. 32-19. Wellington goes to a light press. And that's Jagger Norris bumping bodies in the full court with Mason Bond, and he gets called for a blocking foul. Jaden Parker, haven't seen too much from him in this game. He has 7 points, but we will definitely need to see more production from him if the Spartans want to keep this game in reach. It's Grace with it. Now to Batiste. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Parker with it. Looking for a drive. Feeds it to Grace. Offensive rebound by Jack Grace. Goes up, no good. And the Spartans still getting out rebounded. And Grady Norris, another 3. Rebounded by Jaden Parker. Off the mark that time. We've seen him make a lot of those in this game. And it's Jaden Parker cutting through the lane. AJ Batiste, a 3 ball. No good that time. Scooped up by Jack Grace. Good hustle getting the O board. Now it's Mason Bond. He wanted the 3, but elects to pass it back. And a traveling violation on Jack Grace. Looks like he took a few too many steps before stepping. Spartans just look discombobulated and unorganized on the floor. But the second half is always an opportunity to make things right, as the ball is inbound.
Spartans are moving the ball a lot better against the zone defense to start out this second half. Just need to work to convert.
Bannister with it, a little bit of miscommunication on the inbounds. Trying to work on Grace, gets it out to back to Jagger Norris. Wellington electing to play slow. Spartans would probably like that. And an open 3 doesn't go for Dusty Bannister, as the Spartans have an opportunity to run. Jaden Parker with it in the baseline. Takes a one-legged mid-range floater. Not really the type of shots you want to see from AJ Batiste.
Doing a lot of settling in the mid-range, not trying to get it all the way to the basket.
Now
look for the open guy.
Now the Wellington offense getting set. We're looking to drive. Now an open 3 for Basso. That's off, no good. Nice on Mason Bond boxing out. And he takes it coast to coast for a nice layup, cutting the lead to 5-11 for the Crusaders. It's Norris with the ball, trying to look for an option outside. Now it's Grady Norris trying to cut the defense. Ball's tipped away out of bounds by David Chege. Both student sections getting active for the Spartans and for the Crusaders. Basso with the ball, guarded by Bond, trying to work. Evades the double. Now it's Parker guarding up on Dusty Bannister. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Elects to not take the screen. Jagger Norris with the ball. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. And a foul on Jaden Parker. That did not look like a foul at all from the 6'2" junior. Jaden Parker called for that one. 32-21. The Spartans down by 11 with 5:16 left in this third quarter of basketball. Spartans always have an opportunity. They just need to convert. It's Basso with the ball. Trying to work on Bond. Cutting off the driving lanes of the Spartans. Looking inside to Norris. Now back out to Basso. Spartans trying to get a roll. And one on the roll. Brody Weir sucking the life out of the Spartan defense. And
good looking screen and roll.
Just the screen.
Wellington executed it perfectly. The Spartans not communicating.
Well played screen and roll. And David Chege will go out of the game. In for him is Logan Clay. We're shooting one shot. That's off, no good. Rebounded by Logan Clay. It's back to a 13-point lead for Wellington. As Jaden Parker, a little spin move, trying to look for an option. A.J. Batiste, down to Mason Bond. He'll take a three. That's pure for Mason Bond. Getting some big buckets here in the third quarter. It's 4:48 left in the third quarter. 10-point lead for the Crusaders. As it's Hatfield with the ball. Getting trapped by the Spartans. Just gets it across the timeline. Trying to get it to Weir. Great block by Logan Clay as it's a jump ball on the floor. Staying with the
alternate possession, stays with the Crusaders.
Alternate possession, yes. Staying with the Crusaders on the jump ball. And in the game, A.J. Batiste going out. Maddox Drumright going in. Spartans need to guard up in this inbound. And Basso takes an easy one off of the jumper. 36-24. Now it's Parker. Beats it to Clay. Now outside to Jennings. He takes it inside. Rolls, no good. Rebounded by Weir. Dusty Bannister getting hounded by Logan Clay. He crosses, just gets past the timeline. Sees an open lane. Takes a floater. That's off, no good. Rebounded by Maddox Drumright, really getting up there. Spartans have numbers. 4 down the court. Logan Clay takes a mid-range J. That rattles in. No, that rattles off. No good. Really tried to get a pass there. And a nice pickpocket by Maddox Drumright, taking it away in the full court. Now getting it to Parker. Another turnover by Jaden Parker, trying to get into the lane. Just too many hands swiping at that ball there. And it's still a 12-point lead for the Crusaders. And the ball is out of bounds, going to the Spartans. Great hustle by...
Fantastic hustle play by Maddox Drumright.
Amazing.
Diving.
Maddox Drumright.
Tipping the ball, going off the Crusaders.
36-24. 3:30 left in this third quarter. Spartans definitely need something to go their way. Norris rushing, trying to get Parker off his rocker. Now it's Jennings looking for Clay. Jennings back to Clay, trying to get something going from the perimeter. The Crusaders are jumping everywhere, trying to get something going. And a foul on number 10, Mateo Basso. And Parker will go to the line to shoot 2, try and take it back to a 10-point lead. Wellington. Parker at the line hasn't been great from the line this game. Still continues to not make his free throws. But the play continues. 36-24. 3:07 left in the third quarter. Jaden Parker Second shot. Up, no good yet again. Rebounded by Brody Weir. The Spartans have just not had anything go their way in this game. And a nice pass underneath in transition to Dusty Bannister. 14-point lead for Wellington. And the Wellington crowd is really feeling this one. They want it. Parker gets it to Drumright in the corner. Three-pointer off, no good. Off the hands of Logan Clay on the rebound. Going back to the Crusaders. 38-24. Not what you want to see from the Spartans. Down by 14 with 2:37 left in the third quarter. Ball's into Norris. He's looking to get it back to Bannister. Spartans having a little miscommunication on the man, but they get back and get in their defensive set. Bannister with the ball, guarded by Batiste. Flashing is Jagger Norris. He's looking, trying to get the roll to Weir. Now to Hatfield. Doesn't really see anything. Gets it back to Grady Norris. Spartans try and get back on the matchup, but a deep three by Dusty Bannister is off. Taken back by AJ Batiste. And a lot of miscommunication there on the pass up ahead by the Spartans. Just ugly, ugly, ugly transition offense. Spartans have not gotten a lot going in this game, that's for sure.
Cannot catch a break.
It isn't even a lot of ball pressure by Wellington. The Spartans are just messing up on a lot of plays. Hatfield with it. Guarded by Grace. And the Spartans electing to take a timeout. Down by 14, 38-24, 1:49 left in the third quarter. This would be absolutely morale depleting if the Crusaders get this win.
With all respect to Cupid on Valentine's Day, Ben, there's very little to be in love with the Spartans' effort so far. This is just nothing going right for them, not even making their own breaks. It's just a tough 3 quarters so far, not quite 3. Still, some of those easy bunnies that they normally knock down fall, get a turnover here and there. They're absolutely not out of this game yet.
Not out of this game, but it certainly feels like a climb back to the top. The Spartans really need something, and they have not gotten it in this third quarter. It's a 14-point lead for the Crusaders. The Spartans lose this. It would only be the second time in school history that they have lost to the Wellington boys. 38-24, 1:49 left. And a great tip out of bounds by Maddox Drumright on the inbounds. Trying to get it to trying to get it to Grady Norris in the corner off the sideline, but good defense by the Spartans there. Ball's into Grady Norris. Gets it now to Hatfield, surveying on the top of the key. Now it's Bannister looking for a back cut. And a foul by David Chege, bumping bodies with Cooper Hatfield there. That looked like a very clean block from my perspective, but then again, Hatfield will shoot too.
That's a bright spot. David filling in on the back cut, trying to make the block. Successfully got the ball, got part of the body as well.
38-24. Second. Spartans trying to capitalize off of 0 of 2 from. And another travel from Kamari Jennings. Didn't really look like much there, but enough to grab the ref's attention. And the student section for the Wellington Crusaders is loving it. feeding off the energy, 38-24. 2 missed free throws by Great. And another blocking foul by David Chege. He got all ball there. And another absolutely unfathomable call by the refs. I swear the officiating tonight has not been kind to David Chege. Bumping bodies.
Third foul on David.
And Hatfield makes his first one. 0 of 2 from the line from his last trip, but looking to go 2 of 2 for this trip. 1 of 1 for and 1 of 2 for Cooper Hatfield, and David Chege has 3 fouls already in this game. 1:03 left in regulation, left in the third quarter. As Mason Bond looking for an option, he gets it to Batiste. AJ Batiste gets it to David Chege. He's blocked. He is blocked by the Crusaders. You don't see him getting blocked a lot, but the Crusaders have just brought the energy here in this third quarter. They're up 15 with 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Hatfield with it. Trying to get going on Bond. Now it's Dusty Bannister, 4-3. Banked in. And an 18-point lead for the Crusaders. And the Spartans dig themselves deeper and deeper. Batiste in the corner. Gets it to Parker for 3. Off, no good. And going the other way. Going the other way yet again are the Crusaders. David Chege called for the foul that time. 4 fouls on David Chege. That is not what you want to see from the Spartan senior leader. Biggest guy on the court, draws in a lot of fouls. Bannister out of bounds. Intended for Norris in the corner, but
Bannister throws it away.
Goes the other way. Kamari Jennings in for Logan Clay. The Spartans have just gone ice cold from the floor. And the Crusaders have well taken advantage. Ball's in bounds into Mason Bond. He doesn't even attempt to in the shot clock. He just lets the clock wind down, and the Spartans in a deeper hole than they were before. We said it before, it was an opportunity to get back in this game, but they certainly did not take advantage. It is 42-24. Spartans in a hole maybe too deep to get out of with how they're playing.
Showed some spark to start the third quarter, moving the ball effectively against the zone, making the zone work, finding the open space. Just absolute having an atrocious time trying to score buckets.
Like we said,
need the lid to come off here in the fourth.
Spartans have had opportunities, just have not been able to connect. David Chege going out of the game with 4 fouls is not helpful if you're trying to guard up against Brody Weir, as Logan Clay will have a pretty tough task ahead of him.
Very not helpful. Spartans lacking in size, generally speaking anyway. Having trouble rebounding as it is. Really going to have to wipe the boards clean. No second opportunities for the Crusaders this quarter. Get after them aggressively. Secure all the boards.
Jaden Parker to inbounds. Starting the fourth quarter, 42-24. The Spartans in an 18-point hole. Let's see if they can dig themselves out of it with 8 minutes on the clock. Bond with it first. Receiving the double. Now it's Drum right. Losing it. Batiste getting in the paint. And no good again for AJ Batiste. Those drives have not worked very well for AJ Batiste this game. as only 24 points for this usually high-flying Spartan offense. 42-24, 7:30 left in this game. And a game it has been for the Spartans. Trying to get something going here late. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Wellington will be pretty content with just letting it run down. And that won't help. Brody Weir and one. Takes it to the rack. He's had himself a monster game. 44-24 with a chance to go up 21. Spartans not bringing their A game. And now in a 20-point hole. Jaden Parker. A lot has gone wrong for the Spartans in this game. Batiste pulling up from the mid-range. That's off no good. He usually makes a lot of those, but not this game. And Logan Clay almost gets one. Touch shots are absolutely not falling for this Spartan offense. It is not great to see. And Dusty Bannister shows yet again how he can take over in the fourth quarter. 22 points off of that one. Now Jaden Parker trying to drive in the paint, bumping on Brody Weir. And he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Hey, they called a foul. It's fantastic.
A low 24 points for the Spartan offense, while allowing 46 from Wellington. Not a lot has gone right in this game for the Spartans. As Parker rattles that one in, but is it enough? 21 points, 46-25. Jaden Parker has done his best, but turnovers and stifling ball pressure by the Crusaders have ultimately led to a very, very deep hole for the Spartans. Amari Jennings almost got a nice DB play there, getting the ball from out of bounds, but it's out of bounds, going the way of the Crusaders. Bannister with it, guarded by Parker. Tight defense by Jaden Parker, and a little miscommunication on the Spartan switches, and that's another point for Brody Weir. Big body in the paint. And Kamari Jennings takes a three. That's off no good. Out of bounds, going the way of the Crusaders. This is looking to be an ugly one for the Spartans, folks.
Yeah, just not a single over-the-back call all night.
That's
tough.
48-26, 22 points for the Spartans. And they're letting Hatfield run. He's looking for an option, someone to cut, but no one there. Weir gets it at the top of the key. Not a Bannister. They are completely content with draining the clock on this one. 48-26. Ball's on the ground. Spartans on it. Kamari Jennings gets it back, and a jump ball. Going the way of the Spartans. Well, not a lot has worked. While Coach Fiegel does have some burns to be proud of, not a lot of offense to be proud of either. Spartan offense and defense have not really synced together well in this game. 5:23, 48-26. Spartans in a 22-point hole. Jaden Parker looking for some offense. Hacked in the paint and goes to the line to shoot two. But the question will arise yet again with 5:15 on the clock. Will it be enough? This will be only the second win for the Crusaders against the Collegiate Spartans. The first coming in 2023. And the charity stripe is not very charitable. Charitable for Jaden Parker tonight.
No charity to be found this evening.
Only 9 points for the usually electric Jaden Parker. As then again, the Spartans. Then for the Spartans, really not a lot has gone well for them. AJ Batiste gets the offensive rebound. Gets it to Parker in the paint. And he gets fouled yet again. Brody Weir going up to contest. Jaden Parker 0 of 2 from the line from his last trip. Getting offensive rebounds late. Might work for the Spartans in a morale victory, but not in an actual one. 0 of 3 in his last 2 attempts for Jaden Parker. As the Spartans, yet again, have had no answer. And into the game, we finally see one more sub. Number 32, Milo Elder, coming in, the 6'1" junior. As the Spartans lay off the press a bit. Send one man up, that's Bond. It's Hatfield with it. Bannister tries to drive. Parker saves it. Batiste saves it yet again. Trying to get in the paint. He gets a nice layup off his own offensive rebound. Cuts the lead back to 19 with 4:43 left in regulation. Ball's on the floor. Milo Elder blocked by David Chege underneath after the recovery on the push. Now Batiste takes a little floater. No good. Tapped out. Recovered by Kamari Jennings. Spartans need perimeter shots. Mason Bond off the rim. No good. And the Wellington crowd can feel it. It's 4:14 left in the game. 48-29. And Grady Norris might just put a cap on this game with that three. 22-point lead. 4 minutes left in regulation. The second win. The second win against Collegiate for Wellington might be on the line in this game with 3:49 left in regulation. And after that three by Kamari Jennings, you wonder, will it be enough yet again? With 3:40, the odds may seem against the Spartans. Now it's Grady Norris getting the double. And a timeout by Wellington, 51-32. 3:33 left in regulation. It's 51-32. And the Crusaders are looking to put a little bit more of a stain on this rivalry. Trying to make it messy here in Wellington, Kansas. You know, I feel like ever since that win and that loss against the Crusaders in 2023, I feel like this rivalry has really been engaged as Wellington fans believe that they can really compete with the Spartans in most disciplines. As they're really proving it here, as being up by 19 with 3:33 left in the game. It's looking more and more unlikely that the Spartans come out of this with a win.
Definitely short on time at the moment. Definitely had struggles offensively. See what the next 3.5 minutes bring.
Well, in the best interest of the Spartans, they have learned something here. They must be more intense on defense and offense. And the Spartans really have not been taking care of the possession in these past few games. It's Jagger Norris with the ball. Spartans trying to switch matchups. Now it's Basso with the ball. He takes a deep three. Mateo Basso has the tongue out.
Everything going right for the Crusaders.
And he is celebrating early. The Italian celebrating. And Jennings takes a three. Blocked again by Basso. Clay gets the rebound. Back out to drum right. Now to Batiste from Jennings. AJ Batiste. A mid-range J on the baseline's no good. Mateo Basso can feel it. As the ball's passed up to Jagger Norris. Less than 3 minutes. The Crusaders are completely free Crusaders completely fine with letting this one wind out. And a great block by Jaden Parker as he comes from behind to assist Logan Clay in the block against Brody Weir. Now Crusaders the inbounds. Get it into Basso. He gets the ball. Past half court. Looking for an option. Tries to shake drum right. But he gets his pocket picked as well. And a foul on Basso. 54-32. A 22-point lead for Wellington. With 2:27 left in the game. That's the 5th foul on Mateo Basso. And he's fouled out. Fouled out of the game, and the Spartans
Fifth foul of the quarter, shooting 2 Spartans. Looks like it's going to be Maddox Drumright.
Spartans take a walk to the free throw line to shoot free throws. And maybe, just maybe, draw an inch closer. Drumright, the sophomore at the line. Shots up, no good. No free throws. Practically 0 free throw. Free throws have been prevalent for the Spartans in this game. Second free throw up. No good as well. A great rebound underneath by Jaden Parker. I see he puts that one up. No good. And the Crusaders have gone into cruise control, trying to evade the Spartan press. Jagger Norris pulls up for 3. He wants that one. Ball's off the mark. Recovered by Kamari Jennings on the floor. Gets it to Jaden Parker. Parker going up with a jelly layup. Saw those in a few past games with 2 minutes remaining, 54-34. And it just doesn't look like the Crusaders are letting up anytime soon. As Batiste gets the ball in the half court. He pulls up, mid-range J. Off the mark, no good. Parker gets the miss and is blocked yet again by the Crusaders. And a foul on the Spartans yet again. Only the 2nd foul of the quarter, but 22-point lead. 1:36 left. And wouldn't you know it, the Daddy's Money chants rained from the Crusader student section. But that's just collegiate life at that point. Collegiate being the team that everyone wants to beat, especially rivals. And Grady Norris is open for 3. That's off, no good. Jaden Parker with 1:20 left. The Spartans will dribble it out. Back to Mason Bond. Now to Kamari Jennings. He's looking for an option. Pulls up for 3. Rebounded by Logan Clay. Now back to Jennings. 3-pointers through. 19-point lead. For the 19-point lead for the Crusaders now. Pretty much essentially put a cap on this game. 5 seconds of the 5-second violation, and the Spartans can end off on a little bit of hope. 52.5 on a 19-point deficit left in the game. Parker to inbounds. And it's Parker, Clay, Batiste. Goes to Parker. He pulls up for 3. That's off, no good. Rebounded by Weir. And they will be completely content, like I said, with draining this crown. And the Crusaders getting pickpocket by Jaden Parker. That was Jagger Norris that time. And Jaden takes that for another nice lay. 17 points is the mark. And the Spartans could not connect. And they will drain the clock out. The win counter for the Wellington Crusaders against the Collegiate boys is no longer 1. It is now double that. 2 wins against the Collegiate boys in their history for the Wellington Crusaders.
Really hard to imagine any more going wrong for the Spartans tonight. I'll say that now that the clock's expired and everybody finish the game uninjured, but we're signing off. We'll see you next week.
The Spartans leave Wellington disappointed, dissatisfied, and with a lot to learn. And with that being said, I'm Ben Shackelford here with my dad, Corey Shackelford, signing off from Wellington, Kansas. And to the next game we go, which will be, as I'm checking on my schedule, hopefully a redemption game against the El Dorado Wildcats. As I take it, and the Spartans leave Wellington very unhappy. A lot to learn. And with that being said, I'm Ben Shackelford.
I'm Ben's dad, Corey.